By breath and step, I break the chain. The ghoul of perfect holds no rein. I trade my fear for fearless art. I call my magic soul and heart. What's done imperfect, still divine. My work, my worth, forever mine. Hi, I'm Dr. B, the Creativity Sensei. I coach creatives, artists, and makers to transform their creativity and, in the meantime, elevate their mood. And today I'm talking about the ghoul of perfectionism. And I'm trying not to be obsessed with perfect myself here. I know that perfectionism is an element that has held me back. Perfectionism is often thought of as a badge of honor in a way. People who call themselves a perfectionist often see it as a good quality, something to aspire to. But what many of us who are perfectionists don't realize and have a hard time grappling with is the idea that perfectionism can keep us from finishing our work, sharing our work, continuing our work. We have a goal in mind. We see what the masters have produced. We compare ourselves to those people who have spent hours and hours, years, perfecting their art. We know what we want ours to look like, but we don't quite have the skills. Not quite yet. And the only way to really hone those skills is to give ourselves the permission to mess up. In the United States in particular, and maybe in education around the world, we don't value failure. Failure is really the only time that you do get to learn. If everything that you do turns out right and perfect the first time, what have you learned? You need to push yourself outside of the realm where everything you do is right and perfect in order to challenge yourself, like me doing these videos. So far, I have not gotten many views. Part of me says, really, who are you kidding? What have you got to share with the world? Well, yeah. The truth is, I have years of experience and I have accomplished a few things along the way. Perhaps the most important lesson that I have learned is that nothing happens in an instant. The only way anything happens is by continued action and regular movement. Perfectionism is the thing that can rein you back in. It tells you you're not good enough. You don't measure up. You're dreaming way too big. You are skating outside of the lines. You have no right to be here. It's not perfect. Think of perfectionism as a fiendish ghoul. It is the thing, the very entity that is making fun of you. It's throwing jibes at you, even daggers. It's spitting venom. Perfectionism is taunting you. Death by 1,000 cuts. It is cutting you day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. And in the end, are you going to let it win? Or are you going to decide to take action? Yes, you can take action. You can make it a point, make it a plan. But thinking of it as this fiendish ghoul, you don't want it inside your house. You do not want to invite it in. And if you know that it is already lurking in the corner of your workroom or your studio, or maybe inhabiting a couple gigabytes in your laptop, decide that you're going to banish it. This ghoul of perfectionism, you can win over it. Make a decision. But it's simple to say, yeah, just decide. Just decide that you have the power. Go away. Nah, not that simple. That's why I recited that little incantation at the beginning. Because I think rituals help. Rituals are the thing that can, crystallize your thoughts and ideas. And if you keep saying it over and over again, it will happen. It can happen in an instant. Perfectionism is going to continue to trouble you and to haunt you. It doesn't have to, though. It doesn't have to haunt you. It doesn't have to continue to jibe at you. Perfectionism is a cousin of procrastination. And both of those are forms of self-abuse in a way. You are not helping yourself by hanging on to perfectionism. And procrastination is just another reason why that's not going to work for you anymore. You can hide behind it, backing yourself into a corner, saying, I'm not quite good enough yet. But you can also make a decision to change. It is not a matter of just. It is much, much more than that. Perfectionism isn't power, it's paralysis in a very ugly costume that can disguise itself as a familiar costume, as something that you're so used to wearing that you don't even notice that you're putting it on. It dresses up as excellence, but really, it's fear wearing a mask. The fear inside of you. You can make a decision not to let it bother you anymore. It feeds on unfinished art and swallowed dreams. No lie, absolutely. And so I'm going to repeat once again the incantation. By breath and step, I break the chain. The ghoul of perfect holds no rein. I trade my fear for fearless art. I call my magic soul and heart. What's done imperfect, still divine. My work, my worth, forever mine. Banish that ghoul of perfectionism. What have you discovered about perfectionism that's holding you back? Share it in the comments. We support each other. A biento.